Hello everyone! Welcome back to EngGlowUp, the channel where we turn everyday moments into English learning.
Hey everyone, it's so good to be here again. Today, we're having one of those cozy real-life chats, something we all do every single day, talking about your day.
Exactly. It sounds simple, but expressing your day in English can actually be pretty powerful. It's how you connect with people, at work, with friends, even online.
Right. So today, we'll walk you through how we talk about our day, from morning routines to evening reflections, using natural phrases and expressions you can pick up along the way.
So, Michael, let's start from the very beginning. What's your morning like?
Well, I'd say my mornings are a little chaotic. I usually wake up around 6:30, but I don't jump out of bed right away. I kind of lie there for a few minutes, scrolling through my phone, checking messages, trying to convince myself to get up.
That sounds familiar. I think most of us do that. I usually wake up around 7. The first thing I do is stretch and open the curtains. I love letting some sunlight in. It makes me feel ready for the day.
That's a good idea. I should probably try that. For me, the real morning starts after coffee. Without it, I'm just not human yet.
Same here. I usually say, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. After that, I make a quick breakfast, usually toast and eggs, sometimes oatmeal if I'm pretending to be healthy.
I get that. I usually skip breakfast during the week, but on weekends, I love cooking something nice, like pancakes or omelets.
So, how do you usually describe your morning when someone asks?
I might say my mornings are busy but calm. That's one of my favorite combinations. I move quickly, but I don't like chaos.
I like that. I might say, my mornings are my quiet time. It is that part of the day when I can just focus on myself before things get busy.
All right, so after coffee, what's next?
I get ready for work. Shower, pick an outfit, the usual. But I like to listen to a podcast while I'm getting dressed. It helps me wake up mentally.
That's smart. I usually listen to music while getting ready, something upbeat. Then I grab my bag and head out. My commute isn't too bad, about 25 minutes by bus.
Oh, not bad. Do you usually read or just zone out?
Depends on my mood. Sometimes I read or check emails, but most of the time I just look out the window and let my mind wander. I find it relaxing.
I totally get that. I usually walk to work. It's about 15 minutes. I love that quiet time to think about the day ahead. Sometimes I even talk to myself in English to plan my day.
That's actually a great tip for learners. Talking to yourself in English, even just describing what you're doing, helps build fluency.
Exactly. Like, I'm walking to work. I'm checking my emails. I'm feeling a bit sleepy. It trains your brain to think in English.
All right, let's move to work hours. What's your typical day like at work?
Well, I usually start with a quick team meeting. We talk about our plans for the day. I like using the phrase, I'm working on. For example, I'm working on a new project, or I'm working on a presentation.
Good one. I often say, I'm catching up on emails. That means I'm reading and replying to messages that I missed before.
I also like saying, it's been a productive morning. It means I got a lot done.
And if it's not going so well, you can say, it's been a slow morning, or I'm struggling to focus today.
Around noon, I usually take a lunch break. Sometimes I go out with colleagues, or if I'm busy, I just grab something quick.
Same. I usually bring lunch from home. It's healthier and cheaper. After lunch, I sometimes hit that afternoon slump, that sleepy feeling after you eat.
Oh yes, the famous food coma. I always say, I need a second coffee to survive the afternoon.
Definitely relatable. But once I get into the flow again, the rest of the day goes by pretty fast.
When I think about my day, I like to ask myself, what went well today? It's a small reflection habit that makes me feel grateful.
I like that. I sometimes think, what did I learn today? It keeps me mindful. And that's something we can also do in English, reflect on the day using simple sentences.
Exactly. You can say, I had a busy day, but it was productive. Today was a bit stressful, but I managed to get things done. I had a great day. Everything went smoothly.
Or, if it wasn't such a great day, you can say, it was one of those days, which means things didn't go as planned, but you're not complaining.
Yes, that's a very natural one. It was one of those days. I use it a lot.
You can also use, I can't wait to call it a night. That means you're ready to go to bed.
I like that. I usually say, I'm ready to hit the sack. It's a fun, informal idiom that means go to bed.
Yeah, that one's great. So your evenings are like a peaceful wrap-up, huh?
Pretty much. I'll sometimes journal or plan my next day. Then I just relax and maybe listen to music before sleeping.
Same. I think that's the perfect way to end the day. Quietly, without screens. So, Flora, after you finish work, what's your usual routine?
Well, I like to finish strong. Around 5 or 6, I review my to-do list and write down what I didn't finish. That way, I don't forget the next day. I usually say I'm wrapping things up for the day. It's a nice phrase that means you are finishing your tasks.
Yeah, that's a good one. I also like saying, I'm calling it a day. It means you're done working and ready to rest.
Exactly. I think that's one of the best feelings, when you finally close your laptop and say, that's enough for today.
Totally. After that, I like to take a short walk before heading home. It clears my head. Sometimes I listen to music or just enjoy the quiet.
I do something similar. I usually stop by a cafe on my way home. There's something about that transition time between work and home that helps me reset.
Yeah, that's so true. That little space between busy and relaxing. By the way, how do you describe your evenings when someone asks?
Good question. I might say, my evenings are pretty relaxed. That phrase, pretty relaxed, means calm and easygoing.
Nice. I often say, I like to unwind in the evening. Unwind means to relax after stress or work.
That's a great phrase. So, what does unwinding look like for you?
Usually dinner, then a bit of Netflix or a podcast. Sometimes I call a friend or read. Slow evenings.
Same here. I usually cook something simple, pasta, soup, or rice, and sometimes I try new recipes just for fun. Oh, and I light a candle. I think it helps me chill out.
That sounds nice. You can say, I like to wind down after dinner. It's another phrase like unwind. It means relaxing before bed, maybe reading, watching a show, or just sitting quietly.
Okay, let's imagine a real-life conversation. If someone asks you, "How was your day?" How would you reply?
I'd probably say, it was good, thanks. Pretty busy, but I got a lot done. That sounds natural and polite.
That's a good one. I might say, "It was nice. Nothing too exciting, but it went smoothly."
And if the day wasn't great, you could say, it was a bit rough, but I'm okay. Or, I've had better days. That last one's very natural when you want to sound honest, but not complain too much.
Right. And you can ask back by saying, "How about you?" Or, "How was your day?" That makes the conversation flow naturally.
Exactly. I think people forget that how was your day isn't just a question. It's a way of showing care.
So true. And using these simple phrases helps you sound more fluent and confident in everyday chats. You know, Michael, I always like ending my day by thinking about tomorrow. It helps me stay organized.
Same here. I usually say, tomorrow's going to be a busy one, or I've got a full day ahead. Those are common ways to talk about the next day.
Yes, and when you're feeling positive, you can say, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's such a nice phrase that shows excitement or motivation.
Right, and if you're not sure what tomorrow will bring, you can say, let's see how it goes. That's one of my favorite phrases. It's calm and open-minded.
I use that one a lot too. It's like saying, whatever happens, happens.
Exactly. So, what's your plan for tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Saturday, right? I'll probably sleep in a little, then go grocery shopping. Oh, and I might meet a friend for brunch.
That sounds perfect. I'll probably clean the house and catch up on some editing. Maybe take a walk in the evening if the weather's nice.
That's such a Michael kind of day, calm and productive.
Guilty as charged.
You know, it's interesting how much we can say about our routines and plans using just simple English. Like, I'm going to, I might, I plan to, I'll probably. Those are super useful for talking about the future.
Exactly. For example, I'm going to visit my parents next week. Or I might stay home this weekend. Very natural.
Yeah. And one that I like is I'm thinking of. Like, I'm thinking of starting yoga classes. It sounds soft and conversational.
That's a good one. Also, I'm planning to. Like, I'm planning to learn how to cook Thai food.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Maybe next time we should talk about cooking plans or favorite weekend activities.
I love that idea. And you know what's great? These conversations, whether it's about today, tomorrow, or the weekend, help people practice real English in a natural way.
Exactly. Because this is how people actually talk in daily life. Simple, warm, connected.
So, when the day's almost over, what's the last thing you usually say before bed?
Usually, I'm calling it a night, or I'm off to bed. Simple and natural.
Yeah, or time to hit the hay. That's a funny idiom, right? It means going to bed.
Yes, it always makes me laugh. You can also say, I'm heading to bed early tonight. That's very common too.
I sometimes tell myself, I need a good night's sleep. That's my polite way of saying, I'm exhausted.
Relatable. And don't forget, sleep tight. It's a friendly phrase you can say to someone before sleeping.
Oh, that's a nice one. Sleep tight or have a good rest.
Right. And if you want to sound warm and friendly, you can say, good night. Sweet dreams.
That's lovely. Simple but heartfelt.
You know, when we talk about our days like this, it reminds me how powerful small talk is. Just describing what we do, waking up, working, relaxing, sleeping, helps us connect.
Yeah, and it's amazing how every ordinary day gives us so many chances to practice English naturally.
Exactly. You can talk about your morning routine, your workday, or your evening habits, and every time you're improving your vocabulary and fluency.
And remember, confidence doesn't come from big words. It comes from using simple phrases naturally.
Beautifully said, Michael.
Thank you, Flora. So, how about we wrap up with a quick question for our listeners?
Sure. So tell us, what does your day usually look like? What time do you wake up? What do you do after work? And how do you like to relax in the evening?
Share your answers in the comments below. We'd love to read them.
And if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe to EngGlowUp, the channel where we turn everyday moments into English learning.
Exactly. Your everyday life is full of English. You just need to listen, speak, and enjoy the process.
Thanks for joining us today. Until next time, bye.